The 2024 winter event is here, bringing a main event building that has a twist. It will not provide fragments of the silver and gold upgrades. If you want those, you'll have to participate in the event, and those upgrades are valuable. They give the main building bonuses for quantum incursions, more rogues, and self-aid kits. The building at level 10 is by no means bad, it's still quite strong and has the ally room, but you'll definitely want the silver and gold upgrades to get it to max level. There are only 4 places where you can get those silver and gold upgrades without spending real money. 1 set from the grand prizes, 1 set from completing the calendar, 1 set from completing the 3rd mini challenge, and via fragments from the minigame superboards. By completing the calendar and the mini challenges, you can also get some buildings providing fragments of the Yukitomo Tower kit. It should be possible to complete the mini challenges for free, but I don't believe you'll be able to complete the calendar entirely without spending some diamonds. Also, this video was produced in collaboration with InnoGames, so we're doing a giveaway of one Ascended Sled Pup Monument. The link to enter is in the description, and entries will close 2 weeks after this video goes live. Now, before we dive into strategies to maximize those rewards, let's catch you up on how the minigame works in this event. When you open the minigame, you will see 14 houses on the board. You can illuminate a house by spending 10 bells to click on it, where you'll get a reward. However, there are a few special items on the board that will behave a bit differently. The double will double the reward of the next house you illuminate. The show 2 will show 2 of the remaining house's rewards and give you 3 bells back. The shuffle will cause the board to reset, but will also refund you the full cost of 10 bells. On 2/3 of the boards, there will be a tile for 14 bells. The calendar key will give you a full calendar key if it is the first time you find it each day, or 1 key fragment and 10 bells if you find it again the same day. You need 5 fragments to assemble a full key. The snowman will give you 1/3 of the Merry Snowman, which will activate a super board with better rewards and more progress if you collect 3 snowmen. Each normal board you play will have either the calendar key or the snowman, with the snowman appearing 2/3 of the time and the calendar key 1/3. Lastly, one of the houses will contain the daily special. The Show 2 double and shuffle will also give you a winter memory, which lets you choose between rewards, but as you need to pay diamonds to claim those rewards, we'll talk more about them in the spending section later on. This event will bring similar boosters to the summer events. You start with 1 of each and can get more from the mini challenges. The Snowball Blast eliminates 1 house on the board, meaning you cannot collect that reward. The good news is that it cannot destroy any special items other than the shuffle. If it does destroy the shuffle, you will need to fully clear the board in order to reset it. The Sleigh combo doubles the reward of the next house you illuminate and will also reveal 2 rewards after opening that tile. This can stack with the double item. If you play it right, that means you can quadruple rewards. The Toy Radar reveals the Shuffle, Show 2, and double items on the board. This is handy to avoid the shuffle if you really want to get the calendar key or snowman, and can also be used to maximize superboard rewards, which we'll discuss later on. Since you'll be wanting more of these boosters, Baron Alaric Iron Soul is going to be offering them during the 3 mini challenges of this event, which start on Tuesdays. The spreadsheet with the questlines is linked below and will be updated with the live server questlines once they start. I recommend you complete all 3 of these challenges if you're able. All 3 give fragments of a new building, the Eternal Market, that can only be fully assembled if you participate heavily in the event. You will be able to get the fragments for the selection kit in a future event, but more levels will be added over time to an already very powerful building. Each challenge will also give 400 bells, 20 snowball blasts, 10 sleigh combos, and 5 toy radars. On top of those rewards, each challenge will offer an ally. The first gives Boudica with the common rarity, meaning a 90% attack and defense boost for defending armies in guild battlegrounds. The second gives Alexander, and the third Arminius. Alexander and Arminius are both common rarity, meaning that if you were only able to partially complete them in previous events, you may be able to fully complete them with this event. The first challenge will offer a Santa's Spectacular Showtime if you complete it. The second will give a Sweet Gingerbread Cottage, both of those give fragments of the Winter Pyramid from the previous winter event, and the third will give a silver and gold upgrade for the Yukitomo Tower. Completing all 3 also gives a fully leveled deduct, which provides fragments of the main building selection kit. These challenges aren't necessarily hard with regards to the event minigame, but be aware that each will require you to recruit previous age units. In addition, both the second and third challenges will require you to complete productions in current age goods buildings. Colony buildings count for this requirement, but be aware that in Space Age Space Hub, you cannot do 4-hour goods productions in your colony. I'd recommend having about 300 bells prior to starting the first challenge, 500 for the second, and 800 for the final one. You can get them completed for cheaper using boosters, but it's a good idea to have extra in case you have really bad RNG with the quests for keys or snowmen. Note that the challenges have changed since beta, so I'll update the mini challenge spreadsheet with recommendations when they start on live servers. I think most active players who are prepared should be able to complete these and come away with some very nice rewards for free. The same could not be said of this event's calendar. While I doubt most players will be able to complete it for free, picking up the occasional calendar key is a great way to gain more powerful rewards. This is the list as it was on beta. Note the fragments for the Eternal Market and finish all special productions items. You can even get a selection kit for the Yukitomo Tower. On my Discord server linked below, you can choose to sign up for notifications of each day's calendar reward. Completing the entire calendar will reward you with some extra prizes, including the Crystal Cascade, which gives fragments of the main building, tons of goods and forge points, and even 120 special goods if you're in the Arctic feature and above. You also get a level 4 deduct, Yukitomo Tower selection kit, and both the silver and gold upgrades, alongside some other goodies. Now, let's tie it all together with my recommended strategy for free-to-play players. Your main goal is to complete all 3 mini-challenges. If you complete all the challenges and quests, you should be able to easily lock in more than 1080 progress in the grand prizes, gain the first Yukitomo Empire entirely for free. From the challenges, you'll get a decent number of rewards, including the deduct and silver and gold upgrades for the Yukitomo Tower, so you can guarantee yourself the second Yukitomo Tower over time. I'd recommend using the calendar keys you find to get the Eternal Market fragments and the Yukitomo Tower selection kit. Outside the mini challenge days, I'd recommend finding a daily special or two you really want to target and spend most of your remaining bells on those days. This is the list of dailies as they were on beta. As usual, you can join my Discord server to get notified of the next day's daily special. Link is in the description. However, there is another option for how to play the event if you're willing to spend a few diamonds. You can actually try to complete the calendar. Play the event every day to try and find the calendar key and stop the moment that you do. If the calendar key is on your board, prioritize it. If not, prioritize finding the snowmen. Based on my data, I'm expecting the average player to get around 20 of the 32 required keys for free. The remainder will need to be purchased for 500 diamonds each. Don't try to buy bells to get the remaining keys, as that'll be more expensive. You might be able to get a few more keys for free if you play smart. For example, use the snowball blast to remove the shovel from boards where the key appears, or boost the key on the super board, which we'll discuss how to do in just a minute. I'd also probably recommend against trying to complete all the mini challenge quests. Rather, play to find the key as normal during the challenges and complete as many quests as you can without spending extra bells. You'll get some bells back and also the extremely useful boosters. Going for keys has one large drawback, however. You're going to get a lot less progress. By my estimate, you will fall short of the 1080 progress mark with the free currency, and thereby will miss out on that golden upgrade for the Yukitomo Tower and that league progress. If you want both, it is cheaper to spend your free bells going for progress and then buying the calendar keys, rather than trying to buy more bells to get more progress. Whichever route you choose, make a choice and stick with it. If you want to go for keys, start playing for keys from day 1 of the event. If you want lots of progress, don't keep looking for keys. Over the course of the event, you'll occasionally gain enough snowmen to start a superboard, and you can take some extra strategies here to maximize your rewards. Superboards remove the shuffle entirely, have 2 doubles, show 2s, and daily specials, guarantee the calendar key, and 1 to 2 houses with bells. You can even pick up the fragments of the selection kit, silver, and gold upgrades for the Yukitomo Tower. This is quite possibly the easiest way to get more of those items. My recommendation for how to play superboards is relatively simple. First, use a toy radar on your board to reveal the show 2s and doubles. Then, use a sleigh combo on each of the show 2s. This will double the bells you get from each item, as well as revealing a total of 8 houses rewards, leaving only 2 unknown on the board. Depending on the rewards you are hoping to get from this event, you can try to boost them. For example, if you're going for multiple Yukitomos and the selection kit, silver or gold upgrade fragments are revealed, you can open one of the doubles and then use a sleigh combo on the house. This will give you 4 times the reward. You can also do something similar with calendar keys, which will give the normal calendar key and then 3 key fragments, daily specials, bells, or whichever reward you want to get the most of. Regardless of your goal, I'd recommend completing the superboard. Not only will you get the good rewards remaining, but superboards also give double progress, and you don't want to waste that. This is the one case where if you are going for keys, you actually do want to finish the board. Of course, this event will bring leagues. You'll want to try and place in the Bronze League or higher, as doing so will get you 200 fragments of the Eternal Market Selection Kit. You can also pick up the deduct level 2. Higher leagues give upgrades to the deduct as well as those elusive Yukitomo Tower silver and gold upgrades. The Gold League reward includes the Silver League's rewards, which also includes the Bronze League's rewards. As always with less skill-based events, it will likely be quite expensive if you want to place in a higher league, and you'll need to buy more bells. Also, events like this tend to have the league spike on the last day. Be prepared if you're planning to place in a higher league. There is another option for spending diamonds though, which is the Winter Memories. When you open the Shuffle Show 2 or Double, you get a memory that lets you choose between one of the 2 rewards. You can also reshuffle a reward from the pool for an ever-increasing sum of diamonds until you run out of items in the pool. When you get a memory, the items you see are each from one of 16 unique pools. This list contains all the items contained in these pools with the number of pools it appears in, as sorted by the theme. Each pool has 10 of these items in it. Once you choose 9 items that you want, you're given the option to purchase those items for just shy of 3,000 diamonds. While it is a steep price, it can actually be decent if you get good items. Be aware though, in previous events, it was cheaper to buy bells via the Winter Memories than in the minigame. This is no longer the case. On average, always choosing bells when possible will cost about the same as buying the bells directly. Whether you spend or not, don't forget to enter the free giveaway. Link is in the description along with the one to join my Discord server in case you want to chat about the game. Good luck in this event, and as always, I'll see you all next time.